Hi, my name is Michael Green. This is my first video. I'm doing this because I feel I owe it to my one subscriber and any other subsequent subscribers. I'm actually amazed, honored, and humbled that somebody subscribed to my channel. I don't know who you are, but evidently something that I said in a comment somewhere resonated with you. You went to my channel, saw that I didn't have any content on it, but you subscribed anyway. That literally knocks my socks off. And I'm, again, so very humbled. And I feel I owe you a response and any other subsequent subscribers. Did I say my name is Michael Green? Yes, I'm Michael Green. I've been directed by Spirit several years ago to do something online. Uh, I masqueraded as a long haul truck driver for 32 years. And one day I was sitting at a warehouse in North Carolina, some town in North Carolina, waiting to get loaded. My turn to back up to the dock and, get my load put on my trailer. And I was sitting there having a conversation with my larger self. And I was asking, I've got tons and tons of data in my head. What do I do with it? And the answer I got was start a blog. Well, I didn't have a clue about, what a blog was or how to start one or anything. Then this was about 4 years ago. This is all new to me. This is the first computer I've ever owned. I've only had it for 2 months. I've been on YouTube for the last several years, uh, just kind of like watching since I retired. But I still didn't know what to do. But I still had this in my head. I even had a name for the vlog, Big Story Gazette. I will probably, maybe sometime in the future, rename this channel if it grows, and I rename it to the Big Story Gazette. That was the name that was given to me for the vlog. Right now, I'll just keep it as Michael Green because that's me. My story is all I'm going to tell. I'm not going to tell anybody what's true for them because I don't have the authority to tell anybody else what's true for them. I can tell you what's true for me and how I view all that is. And if any of that resonates with anybody, good. If it doesn't, no big deal. Years ago, back in the early 90s, my ex-wife, who was at the time my spiritual partner and my co-driver, we ran team masquerading as long-haul truck drivers. We published a newsletter. This was long before the internet. We did everything old school, snail mail, handwrite the drafts, take it to the printer when its final draft is done, have the printer print it up, fold and collate everything, and then mail them out, stamp and lick stamps and mail them out. And at one time we had a mailing list of about 350 people. We had requests to why don't we do this on a regular basis, because we didn't do it like weekly or monthly or whatever. We just did it as Spirit gave us enough data, enough information, and the resources to publish a newsletter. And that's how we operated. With this, don't know that I'm going to do a video every day. I might. As I said, I have tons and tons of data, experiences, My story is pretty fantastic. Uh, there's a lot of people that have the same story, have the same experiences or similar experiences. I haven't seen many yet, so I think it's time for me to tell my story. And as I always say, and I've said in many, many of the comments that I've done I've only started commenting on videos maybe 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. No, since I had the computer. So it's only within the last 2 months that I've actually been typing and uploading a comment. But you had to open an account and all that. I know my on my history on my channel it says since joined it February 23rd, 2017. Well, that's when I first started really. I got joined YouTube, but I never opened up an account. It was just being able to access YouTube and but never commenting. In order to comment, I had to open up an account, and I just did that a couple months ago. But it's now time. Everything's done in divine timing according to the divine plan. And my one subscriber, I honor you as being the impetus for me to make this next move. And so here we go. Uh, I'm 66 years old. I started reading science fiction when I was in the fourth grade. I'm the middle of seven siblings, seven kids. I have six siblings, and I'm the dead center child. I have two brothers older, or two sisters older, two sisters younger. One brother older, one brother younger. Uh, my nickname in the family growing up was the Cosmic Kid. I've always been kind of like weird, okay, and I've always been okay with that. I started waking up, spiritually waking up, right after the harmonic convergence in 1988. But I've always been like different. When I was 17, or was it 16? No, it was 17. I found a book and was really enthralled with it to the point where I turned it on to my younger brother, and that was The Hollow Earth. I've always been interested in that that's outside of the norm, and that was very purposeful. I set it up that way before I incarnated here. We all did that. Your life that you're living right now, you set it up. As sucky as it might seem, or as fantastic as it might seem, all the ups and downs, all the twists and turns, the road bumps, the pitfalls, the highs and the lows, you set this all up before you incarnated. Like for me right now, it doesn't look like it, I don't think, but I only see out of one eye. I've lost the sight in my right eye to glaucoma. And it's like, woe is me. I went through all of that when it first happened, but my larger self pointed out that this is part of the program. This is part of the process. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not sick. I'm not ill. Regardless of what your quote situation is, you set it up. That's a hard pill to swallow. Trust me. It's a real hard pill to swallow. But you set it up. You authorized it. You planned it out before you got here. All of us are multidimensional beings, vast multidimensional beings. Whether we're aware of it or not, we are. You, with the councils that you work with on the higher dimensions, you all set this up. You're here specifically right now because you're supposed to be. I had people back in the day, and at 66, I'm old enough to say back in the day. I can use that phrase. I've earned it. We used to do my ex-wife and I, we used to do uh, group settings, group sessions. We used to do private sessions. We were we actually really took a year off the road and were spiritual consultants. People paid us. Uh, the IRS bought it when we filed our taxes for that year as spiritual consultants. I know this is my story, and that's all it is. Matter of fact, in our newsletter, we used to have a disclaimer at the very bottom. Nobody's required to do anything with this. You're not required to believe it, understand it, or do anything with it. You can line your bird cage with it. It doesn't matter to us. Our perspectives may change, and this holds for me right now. My perspectives they are what they are in this now moment. They may change tomorrow, or an aspect of it may change tomorrow. And I'm just fine with that because this is an evolution. All of us are evolving. People, there's a phrase right now that's in the vernacular, specifically this country, but worldwide, and they call it the deep state. And that's only been out for the last couple, 2 or 3 years, that phrase. I've been referring to it as a secret government since 1976 when I first became aware of there's something else. I've always knew that there was something else, like that phrase in the Matrix. There's an itch. You know something's wrong with the world. You just don't know what it is. You have questions. You just don't know what they are. It's like an itch in your mind. You know something's not right. And those, if you're listening to this channel, then you fit that bill. You've known something wasn't right. Well, like I said, in 1976, I started searching, and things just really started unfolding. I tell people I've been a student of the secret government for well over 40 years. I don't know everything, but I do know what I know. And there's nothing anybody can say that will dissuade me from what I know in this dimension and the experiences I've had on the other dimensions. You don't have to believe me, but I was there. Nobody has nobody has the authority to tell me what's not true for me. And conversely, I don't have the authority to tell anybody else what's true for them. But again, what I can do is I can speak my truth. I can tell you what I think is true. And it's up to you to do with that as you will. I think I'm about done, but I'm liking this. I'm just going to tell my story, and if only one person ever listens to it, my one subscriber, whoever you are, I hope you hit the notification button, bell, so that you can see this message, because I'm talking to you specifically because you're you, my subscriber. And I'm also talking to any other subsequent subscribers. We're all in this together. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be here. Like Q says, and yes, I am a Q follower, where we go one, we go all. Blessings on your journey.